Hello, it's like in here to show you the Dora the Explorer coloring here is you have a Dora the Explorer and letter A is like A as an administrator, and you see have it to where it's like a manager's as so far as you say of inventions, and you have it to where you have is you see the microchip, and along right here is you have backpack and along with boots, and then a few other Dora the Explorer characters along with the frog. But what you see right here is that I went ahead and drew a picture of it's like Dora the Explorer, that a microchip, and it's basically a microchip that is designed to where it's like if you were to look at like from a if you've seen from the previous colorings Dora the Explorer, it's like letter G and B, T, and along with R, and then you have the other ones. But you have it to where that you got the tree right here, and that which is explained by different mathematical problems, is that you have it to where you get the pyramid along with the tree right here. But you have it to where this number, which I kind of wrote down, is like I'm following the, which is say the decimal, is like you have it to where I think it's that the numbers is like which it's add up to about 16 zeros, but it's like 100 trillion. It's got 100 trillion, say dollars, or it could be jobs or whatever. It is 100 trillion tries. It's like so far with the tries, but it's basically about Dora the Explorer that knowing about what you're working with so far is spending money is that something that you could invent. It's like so far as inventions that the type of stuff that you would you say that you were born with. It's like this is the stuff that you were born with, that no matter if you say this, no matter if you have a disability or it could be a disease, whatever it is, so far as medical research or technology research, that you have it to where is to give you an idea of a chip invention, which we all probably know that with technology nowadays, that you have it to where that like a laptop or a mobile device, online skills along with training, that you have it to where like a mobile device that they got to be invented to be used, and more likely that requires, say, study and concentration. And what you talk about is more like is that development of a microchip, kind of like a motherboard. Or you see, if everybody here has ever heard of a motherboard or any type of a hyper chip or whatever you call it, a chip that is designed to help computers function and then help them work right. And what you say is that with the chip, if you insert it into like a drive, it could be C drive or it could be D drive or whatever it is, and then you can save files on it, or you could use it to operate a machine, system, a server, whatever you call it. Most computers would have something like this, and what you say is that with Dora the Explorer is that this stuff right here would pretty much need to be invented, no study about how it works, and then just like a refrigerator that has it to where it has a built-in sensor where it senses whenever food goes bad, and then it tosses it or whatever. But a good example would be is like it's a type of cell that's in the microchip that you should say a cell that works just like a brain, a human brain, or it could be, would you say, a brain of a parakeet or some type of animal, but more like a brain or an eye, that the type of skills that it can do, and so far as studying and research about the development of how to make such a device, such as a chip like a motherboard. And would you have it? You got the controls right here. You got the controls that allows it to go the shift left to the right. You got the pen right here, is a pen and as an example, but you have it to where it shifts from the left to the right. It has the controls to where shifts left to the right, and then it shifts up, forward, and backward. Shifts forward and backward, left and right, and then forward and backward. But you have it to where you have is like so far as the study. You have it to where you get the study and then learning how to use it. It's like getting the hang of using it, and a lot of times is that we say this is like, and give yourself a grade for all this research into developing such a device, such as, would you say, it could be a, I don't know, a Mac computer, or it could be gateway, or whatever way we call it, a mobile device. But a lot of times we could probably say that with technology with computers nowadays, it's like orbiting the planet. That a lot of times is that with the planet the way it is, that instead of this file stuff, you have it to where you have the letter E is for, you know, electronic file, that you have a lot of the papers and documents saved on file, and not in the actual file cabinet, but in the actual file. It's like an online file. And more likely that the way technology is nowadays, that with Dora the Explorer, if we can all explore, kind of like the way the technology works nowadays, is that you would have that capability to where you have maybe about 10 or 11, 12, maybe 100 gigabytes of memory, where you can store, you can save up to 10 or 15 years of memories. And a lot of times, I would probably say that a lot of people who are here would probably agree that that with passwords, with this online stuff, that you like, just like a microchip, that you have it to where you gotta create a username and password, or maybe go through an application, and a lot of people probably say don't want to deal with that. It's like just it's a pain, and it's like that. I guess you should say that is the worst part about the online service, is that trying to get logged into your account and then in order to access files or documents or whatever. But I guess they could probably say that in the long run, that you have more control. You have more control over your personal or important information, such as applications, or it could be documents, whatever. Pretty much just say it's all the same thing. Just like if you were to open up a file folder, and all of it's all organized in there, but then it's like would you say that it's all organized? You don't have to worry about something being misplaced or whatever. But you would really have to experiment around with it in order to know how it works. But say with the way technology is nowadays, just like chewing bubble gum, that you just gotta know the secret tricks of how it works. But just so far as the microchip right here, along with the keyboard, there's like the keyboards in the next 5 or 10 years from now may have it to where that you have a screen that it's like a little touchpad about this size, but the size of a chip. But then then you have this big keyboard that folds out. I would say measured maybe about 4 inches, 4 by 3 inches, maybe a little bit bigger than that, maybe. And with the letters of the alphabet all kind of available within a certain style. But you have it too. You got the keyboard right there. But it's like there's a million things you can pretty much do with your eyes and with your brain, and along with your hands. It's like go with the frog. It's like you leap from step to step in order to be able to get the hang of it. So far as 1 trillion, it's like 100 trillion. 100 trillion tries to $100 trillion to 100 trillion jobs. So far as for Dora the Explorer, you have a lot of different characters along with the chip, and then along with the controls, and then along with the study of how it works, along with the cool inventions. So far with the inventions, along with the leaf of the steps that you need to follow in order to, like this, I can be able to make the dreams happen. So far with Dora the Explorer and letter A, and then the administrator color.